Yo guys, what's up? Otaku Ops here. Today I'm going to talk about anime. So this week there was the Japan Anime 2021, which was held online. The first day they dropped a lot of trailers, and then the rest of the time was mostly kind of Q&A sessions, etc. So yeah, the first day was interesting. The rest, not so much as far as I'm concerned. So, but I have to say also, I don't speak Japanese, so I obviously can't listen and understand what they say. So I'm sure it's relatively interesting, but just don't speak Japanese. So I made my own list here of anime to watch this year. But what I did here is that because I'm just gonna make this one video, so I decided to include some other things that were actually announced even last year, but still haven't come out. So I thought, why not include them in the list, since I'm just gonna make this one video anyway. So let's get going. First of all, there's one called Eiga Entotsu Machi no Pupel. I don't know what that is precisely. It's one of those in the questionable category. It's the same studio that made Memories, which was somewhat okay. Like it had some interesting parts in it. It's not out yet. It says it would be out December 25th, 2020. I haven't heard anything about that whatsoever. So we don't know the status of it, I guess. Next, we got Yuri on Ice Gekijoban Ice Adolescence. So there is actually a Yuri on Ice anime, which is kind of average rated. So I'm not really into that. I mean, I go by the ratings usually. Sorry. This one has no information of release, so there's not much to say. The studio that made it, they made somewhat high-rated things like Tenki no Ko. Tenki no Ko was a very good movie. I recommend watching that. Actually, it's by Makoto Shinkai, so I recommend watching the Makoto Shinkai films. They're very good. Hizukuri. Again, there's no information whatsoever other than it states vaguely that it's going to come out in 2021. The direction is the director of this is the first work he's directing. So yeah, there's really not much to say. I just go by the thumbnail basically. It looks somewhat interesting. Kimi wa Kanata. It's supposed to have been out in November of last year, but I haven't heard anything. There's no ratings, nothing. The story could be interesting, so it's a maybe. Okay, next we got muv-luv Alternative. So this is actually, there's a game, and people, like it's on Steam, and people go crazy over that game. Like if you look at the reviews, they're really, really good, and the rating is really high. I actually bought it. I started it, but unfortunately I have other visual novels going at the moment, and I just can't dedicate any time for this one. I am interested because of the high rating, but I don't know anything about it. It had a muv-luv Alternative Total Eclipse side story, which was 24 episodes, but the rating is 4.43 out of 10. So to me, that is not worth watching. Sorry. I mean, basically, if it's below 6, like, just forget it. Of course, this is not out yet, so we don't know the rating. It says 2021. Ryuto Sobakasu no Hime. I'm totally butchering the Japanese, I'm sure. The thumbnail looks interesting. It's something about the internet world. Could be interesting. The studio made some movies like Bakimono no Ko. I know that one. I watched it. It's okay. It's not like great, but it was okay. Next we have Fumetsu no Anata e, or To Your Eternity in English. It's a TV show, 20 episodes. It's supposed to start airing very soon. It says 12th of April 2021. It's produced by NHK that have, of course, a lot of money. And a lot of some high-rated stuff, but I don't know that stuff. And the original work is by Oima Yoshitoki, and I just checked her page, and this is the second work that she's airing. The first one is called Eiga Koe no Katachi, and it has a rating of 9.24 out of 10. So I haven't watched this, but now I'm interested in that one. But that one is 2016, so obviously it's not really part of this video. Anyway, there is potential there. Now I want to go through the Japan anime list, more or less. Most of that is going to be from there. And so obviously, look, I'm just kind of basing my opinion on just on a trailer. And in trailers, of course, they show the best stuff, logically. Or if there is no trailer, then I only judge it based on the thumbnail, which, you know, is not really a lot to go on, let's be honest there. And sometimes they don't even have a short story synopsis. So yeah, kind of diving into the unknown here. Anyway, the first one is, oh, I'm so gonna butcher that. Kyokyoku Shinkashita Full Dive RPG ga Genshitsu yori mo kusoge datara. Or in English, which is not much better, Full Dive, this ultimate next-gen full dive RPG is even shittier than real life. That's the real title, guys. So it's going to be a TV series. It's going to start airing soon, also in April of this year. Animation work is by Engi, and they made Tenki Noko, like I mentioned before. Very good, recommend it, watch it. Its original work is by Tsuchichi Light. Let's see if he hasn't made that much. So yeah, this one is definitely in the questionable bin. Really, we don't know what it is too much. Next one is Data Life 4. I can't believe they're up to 4, because if I check the ratings on seasons 1, 2, and 3, it generally hovers between 5 to 6, which is not very high at all. So this is getting a 4th season? Like, why? There must be some really hardcore fans of it or something. I've never watched them. I can't comment. The 4th season could be good. We don't know. Probably not, but you never know. Tantei wa mo shindeiru. Again, it's a questionable one. I just put it there just in case. I always wait till the ratings start flooding in, and then I really make my decisions. The animation studio is the same. It's Engi, and the original work is by Nigo Ju. This is his first work, so again, there's really not much to say here. I just have to wait till the comments. Make You Black Company. So this had a trailer, which was somewhat like funny, I guess, but again, for me, it's questionable. I really don't know anything about this. Hige o soru, soshite joshikusei o hiro. Or in English, after being rejected, I shaved and took in a high school runaway. What a title. So it could be interesting. Again, this is all in a questionable bin. I don't know much about these things, unfortunately, to really say that, oh wow, this is going to be good. The studio who made this, project number 9, has some high-rated things, but I do not know them. And the original work is by Shimesaba. It's the first work, once again. So yeah, there's a lot of beginners this year, which is, you know, good to see. It's good to see fresh blood. Next one is called Super Cub. The trailer was actually pretty boring, but you know, it's a slice of life type of anime, so it could be good. Again, it's still kind of in a questionable bin. It's made by Studio Kai, who do not have any high-rated things, so already kind of a bit of a warning sign there. And it's written by Tone Koken, and it's the first work. Tonikaku Kawaii SNS. It's an OVA that is supposed to come out kind of in the middle of this year, let's say. It's made by 7 Arcs, who have a couple of high-rated things. And it's written by Hata Kenjiro, who has done a few things, but maybe not super high-rated ones. So again, this is still very kind of questionable. Next one, Seirei Gensoki. It's gonna be a TV show. There's no information yet whatsoever about the release date other than the year 2021. The animation work is TMS Entertainment. And they have a lot of stuff. Some of it is very high rated, but I have not watched them because this is like things like Lupin, which I don't know at all. They also made Real Life. Real life, by the way, in my opinion, is very overrated. Definitely overrated. It is not as good as people say it is. Yeah, like the first 2, 3 episodes are okay, and then there's like kind of a sharp cliff drop into obscurity. And yeah, it's true that at the end it kind of picks up again, but yeah, overall it's they put like the rating right now is 8 out of 10 almost. This is really not, I completely disagree with that rating. 劇序版 D も桜の音あなたの奏でた音が今も響く. Why do they make such long titles? Anyway, short title is Demo, and there was a game that came out. It's available on Steam. You can go and get it, but it's a rhythm game. So you have to like have a little bit of understanding of how to play the piano, and I totally suck at it. So I fail like all the melodies, etc. But it looks nice, and people say that the story is interesting. So again, this is a maybe. It's in the maybe bin. Next one, Akebi-chan no Sailor Fuku. Okay, this one is made by Cloverworks, and Cloverworks made Neverland, which was good. Well, the first season. The second one I haven't watched yet, but the first season was very good. The movie completely tanked, by the way, as I expected it. The live action, I mean. But the anime was good. They also made Tenki no Ko, which I mentioned before. This is very good. So Cloverworks, yeah, this could be good, actually. The original work is by Hiro, but really this is the first work. The last work was 2012, man, so it's nearly a decade ago. So yeah, it probably improved a lot since then. Shoke Shoujo no Virgin Road. The story is kind of interesting here, so we'll see how it goes. But there is no information, unfortunately. There's not even a year of release yet, so I don't have a lot to say here. The original work is by Sato Mato, and this, you guessed it, it's the first work. And finally, in the questionable bin, we have Gekijuban Fate Kailade Linear Prisma Ilya Licht Namae no Nai Shoujo. So again, look, this is a Fate / anime series. It's really hit and miss as far as I'm concerned. Some of them are somewhat decent and some of them are quite terrible. So that's why this is in the questionable, because this could really go either way. The original work is by Hiroyama Hiroshi. And yeah, like you guessed it, he made all the Fate / series, which if you look at the ratings generally hover between 4 out of 10 to 6 out of 10. Okay, there are a few other a bit higher ones, but that's what we're talking about here. This is not a lot to work with. Next we go into the okay bin. So this could be good, actually. First, Kenja no Deshi o Nanoru Kenja. She professed herself pupil of the wise man in English. The studio is Studio A-Cat. And they made Denpateki na Kanojo, which I want to check out, but I have not been able to see that with subtitles yet. So if anybody has seen it, please let me know in the comments. But that's it though, that's the only high-rated one. This one I'm a little bit excited about because this could be good. Vivy Fluorite Ice Song. It's gonna be a TV show. It actually is airing right now, apparently. 13 episodes. 13 episodes can be very good because they open the path to future development sometimes. It's made by Wit Studio. These guys, they made Attack on Titan Season 3 and Vinland Saga, which I have not watched, but people rate it quite highly. Actually, they made all the Attack on Titans except Season 4. And they also made Penguin Highway, which was a lot of fun. If you just want something completely different, watch Penguin Highway. So this could be good. Next one, a lot of people are excited about this one. It's Mars Red. A lot of people are excited about this one for some reason, so keep an eye on this one. I'm just gonna jump out a little bit of this category because this is a Netflix thing and it was actually announced quite like many months ago. But again, I'm just making this one video, so I wanted to include everything so you have a point of reference for all. So I don't have to make more videos. Anyway, this is Eden, And the trailer looked very good. It's about a pair of robots that secretly raise a young human girl. Anyway, trailer looked very good. So this one, keep an eye on this one. Summer Ghost. Unfortunately, there is not a lot of information about this one. The year of release is 2021, but no month or day. It's made by Flat Studio, and that's their first work. The direction is by Loundro, and he directed a couple of things which are relatively high-rated ones, but I have not seen them. So, I don't know. It's actually more kind of a questionable one. Joji Totara Sakana Tachi. The trailer looked pretty good. It's about a disabled person in a wheelchair. So it's made by Bones, and Bones is a major studio. They made a lot of stuff. Just to list a few of the high-rated ones, Full Metal Alchemist, which I don't like, by the way. They also made Stranger, which people like, but I have not seen. Cowboy Bebop, of course. Everybody knows Cowboy Bebop, at least. And Tokyo Magnitude 8.0. So yeah, these guys, it's a seasoned studio, so it could be good. And finally, last but not least, because this one was a lot of fun, the trailer was a lot of fun, Eden's Zero. The work is by JC staff, not me, by the way. High-rated stuff here, like Bakuman or Nodame Cantabile Finale. Tenki no Ko. The original work is by Mashima Hiro. He actually has been around for quite a while, and he's the creator of Fairy Tail. I haven't watched Fairy Tail, and this is because the rating is basically like 6.5 out of 10. So for me, this is not worth watching if it's so low. Usually I go with, like, let's say 7.5, then it has my attention. We go into what I think could be actually good, or likely to be good, I should say. First of all, Mieruko-chan. The trailer was pretty good. It's kind of horror thing. People in the comments were excited by it, so I'm excited as well. And finally, so this one is Doll's Frontline, and I actually think this could be good. This could be it. This could be the big one this year. The trailer looked okay, but it was more kind of a teaser than a trailer. Although there is another video floating out there, you can check it out, how they were composing certain scenes. Anyway, this could be good. It's based on a mobile game. People say that the gameplay is terrible, but the lore was very good. And that gives me hope, because if you're starting with a good story, then it's not very difficult to then give it a good gameplay, so to speak. This is produced by Asahi Production, and of course, everybody knows them because they made Steins Gate, and Steins Gate, in my opinion, is one of the best things ever. And the actress who voiced Suzuha in Steins Gate, she's in Doll's Frontline, or Girls Frontline. You have to be careful because sometimes it's called Girls Frontline, but Doll's Frontline seems to be the official title. Anyway, this could be it. This could be the big one this year, so definitely keep an eye on it. And that's it for this video. So I hope I kind of went over all. I hope I didn't forget anything. And again, if you have any questions, if you have any recommendations, do drop them in the comments section. I always enjoy watching more stuff. So anyway, that's it for today. Otaku Ops signing off. Have a nice day, and I'll see you next time.